Welcome back. And usually when you see a brother combination, those brothers are usually really close in age. However, we have a brother team that's 10 years age gap. That's pretty big, right? And who are they? They're really great riders. Number 2 and number 3, their names is the Woods brothers. The Rocket, Rick Woods. And his younger brother by 10 years, Gene Woods. The Rocket, Rick Woods, he goes way back, to the beginning of the revival of modern day US Speedway. Rick Woods was a rising star at the Whiteman Stadium. Rocket Rick was the first United States Speedway national champion in 1968 at the Whiteman Stadium. His younger brother Gene was still in elementary school at that time. Also at that time, Gene was practicing his future craft of riding motorcycles.
Hey.
I'm sure Gene wanted to follow his brother's footsteps. Who wouldn't want to follow Rocket Rick's footsteps? Penhall was inspired by Rick Woods, and he was a Speedway rider as a result. As a kid, Gene Woods, he was at the Costa Mesa Speedway with Larry Huffman, and he was being interviewed. I was in the stands, and I was thinking, Gene Woods, he's gonna be a future star.
3, 2, 1.
And then it happened. Gene started racing mini Speedway with the help of his older brother. Rick was a pretty cool brother. He was always by his brother's side, offering support. However, Rick dominated the Speedway scene in the 1970s. He won 3 United States Speedway championships. That one in '68, in 1970, and 1972. Rick, he ended his racing career with those 3 United States Speedway National Championships. He was a dominant force, especially in the early 70s. His riding style was as smooth as glass. However, Rick was human. He had those occasional bloopers. Ed Schaefer was Rick's tuner in the early 70s, and Ed Schaefer was considered one of the greatest tuners of his day. Rocket Rick, he raced in many Team USA events. And he was the team captain of the 1976 Orange County Eagles, based in Costa Mesa, the Costa Mesa Speedway team. And Rocket Rick, he was the captain of that team. About that time, younger brother Gene, he started racing Speedway. and he was picked on that 76 National League Speedway team to race for the Los Angeles Sprockets. And his partners were the famous #1 Mike Bast and Juicy Brucey Penhall. Can you imagine that team? You got Penhall, Bast, and a very young Gene Woods. Gene also had a very illustrious speedway career of his own. He rode with the very best speedway riders of his time. And he also beat the very best speedway riders of his time. His crowning honor, his accomplishments, was winning 3 United States National Open Championships in 1980, 1981, and 1984. Rick retired from Speedway first, of course, and then years later, in the 80s, Gene followed, and they both had this incredible career. I read an article in the newspaper that Rick Woods, he worked in a marina, and he was fixing boats. Now, he loved the boats, he loved the ocean. Who doesn't love the ocean? And younger brother Gene, he was a promoter of speedway events at the Victorville Speedway track and also in Las Vegas. Currently, Gene Woods, he's in Las Vegas, Nevada to this day. He's running a business. What else? He's running a go-kart business, one of those race carts, and it's called the Gene Woods Experience. In about the year 2010, Gene and Rick, they had their final ride together on a speedway bike. Gene was popping that clutch and doing wheelies, Rick on the back holding on for dear life. That turned out to be Rick and Gene's final ride together. Sadly, we lost Rocket Rick September 1, 2012. Our condolences go out to the Woods family and all those who loved Rick Woods. We will never forget him, especially all those accomplishments and things that he did for the early day revival of modern day speedway. Rick was a kind man with a gentle soul. And if there's a speedway track in heaven, I know you'll find Rick Woods there. Rest in peace, Rick Woods.